Dancing on the ceiling. I have not heard this song in decades, quite literally. Comment below on who sings this, because I don't remember. But what I do know is I'm here at Walgreens, and they have stepped up. They have stepped up, guys. They have stepped up to the challenge. The challenge of basically duplicating CeraVe as a whole. The Renewing Night Cream, Walgreens edition. Now this is a product I have loved. If you go back on my channel, I think I reviewed the CeraVe version of this like 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time, but it's nice. It's a rich shea butter night cream. More expensive in terms of a CeraVe moisturizing cream. It also has a peptide in it, which can help improve the moisture content of the stratum corneum. You see, with age, our ability to keep our skin hydrated declines with time. Ceramide production, which are those lipids in our skin, that starts to decline. We're just more vulnerable to losing water. Women with menopause, their ability for their skin to hold on to water also declines. So you kind of get a double hitter there. This is just a very nice, rich night cream for more mature skin types, dry skin. And not only does it have ceramides, those lipids that decline, it also has, I mentioned the peptide, it has niacinamide, which if you have maturing skin, don't sleep on niacinamide, you know. Vitamin C, which, hey, Walgreens has the vitamin C version. Vitamin C gets all this hoopla, and like everybody just, you know, it gets in a chokehold over vitamin C. Meanwhile, niacinamide's just doing a lot of work in the background, getting no acknowledgement, because it's prevalent in many skincare products. And unless you find it irritating, you may just be blindly unaware of what it's doing for you. Some people do find that it burns and stings, but otherwise, it's very good for dry skin. It's very good for mature skin because it's an antioxidant, so it can help slow down the accumulation of age-related change and help our skin handle environmental stressors better. It's also really great for hyperpigmentation, fading, age spots, can help with that. This moisturizer has it. One thing I'm not seeing here that I really hope they come out with, because I actually like, is CeraVe's Skin Renewing Eye Cream. I know, who is she? I don't use eye creams. Like I don't even use this one, but if I had to use an eye cream, like if you tied me up and put duct tape over my mouth and you were like coming at me with a tube of goo that had to be labeled eye cream, this is the one I would choose. Not sponsored whatsoever. It's the CeraVe Skin Renewing Eye Cream. It has caffeine, it has a peptide. I genuinely am like, this is nice. This is for those of you who want an eye cream. I need Walgreens to come out with a version of that, because as it stands now, they only have the Walgreens version of the CeraVe Plain Jane eye cream, which to me, this is a pass. I don't see that this offers anything other than when you take the moisturizing cream in the tub and put it around your eyes. I mean, to me, they're like, I'll give it, this is a little bit thicker, but not by much. Now, the vitamin C serum, I talked about last time I was in here. You know, the issue with vitamin C, I have a video about the best vitamin C serums where I basically go into a diatribe as to why I find it challenging to recommend them. I don't use them. I think they're a little overhyped. And then it's just a very fickle ingredient to work with in terms of stability and does it actually penetrate. Years ago, I reviewed the CeraVe Skin Renewing Vitamin C Serum. It's an ascorbic acid serum. Some of you guys fell in love with this after I reviewed it. You've been using it. It's your holy grail. I need an update. Have you tried the Walgreens version? I need an update. Comment below. CeraVe's $28. I think when I reviewed this, it was maybe $15. I'd have to go back and check. It's now $28. And the Walgreens version, ladies and germs, $13. It does not have ferulic acid. The research shows helps it penetrate and remain stable. It doesn't have ferulic acid. It does have vitamin E though, which also helps with the stability of the vitamin C. Neither of these do. I mean, the generic is pretty much identical ingredient-wise. I do know that some of you have commented that this does oxidize and stain your skin, which for me, a lot of the vitamin C serums are that way. Now, I don't know what the pH we're working with here. pH does matter in terms of penetration of the ingredient. I'm not seeing a Walgreens version of the CeraVe Cleansing Balm. This is my travel companion right here, because it's a nice size for travel purposes, but it smells a little like butter, and it's not that magical in comparison to other cleansing balms that I've tried, but it's $11 roughly. Vanny Cream recently came out with a vitamin C serum, which I felt a twinge of disappointment. Check out my review on that. I was not like blown out of the water, but let me know if any of you have tried it since I reviewed it or you were trying it before. Now this product by Eucerin is really good. Their Skin Balance Facial Day Cream. It's a facial moisturizer, competitive actually with that CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream that I mentioned, but it's a lot more lightweight in consistency. It has pantolactone, it helps soften the skin and improve moisture retention, but it also has Glycyrrhiza inflata root extract, aka licorice root extract. That's great for redness, hyperpigmentation, and then panthenol, shea butter, and glycerin. Those are all really good for just moisturizing. Think of these as like supporting players. A lot of people focus so much on active ingredients, but the stuff in your moisturizers are like the supporting roles and really helping your skin do what it does on its own better. Oh my gosh. Walgreens has a generic of one of my absolute favorite retinols, the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream, fragrance free. They've got a Walgreens one. $13 less. Hello. That is a good value. As a side note, their eye cream is also good because retinols, they can be super irritating around the eyes, but the eye cream is kind of formulated with that in mind. Ooh, Bliss has Fabulips vegan lip balm. What is in this? Papain and bromelain. Now those are fruit extracts that can be irritating, FYI. I don't know. They will help potentially soften dry skin on the lips. And then it does have flavorants, which are a culprit for allergic and irritant cheilitis and lip balms. What is in this though? This looks maybe a little bit more. Oh, it's an overnight lip mask. Not gonna lie, I kind of enjoy these overnight lip masks, except the Laneige one I did not find to meet expectations. This one has fragrance in it. This is lime fruit extract. Citrus extracts can be pretty irritating around the lips. As a side note, be careful with when you eat citrus fruits, make sure you wipe off your lips and around your mouth with a damp cloth afterwards, because the residue can be super irritating to your lips. Especially, I love this stuff, but man, it can really do a number on my lips. Have you ever tried those True Lime lemon packets or lime packets? They're amazing, by the way. Like if you want a little lime in your water on the go, I highly recommend them. But make sure it dissolves all the way in like your drink, because if there's any bit of that concentrated lime powder that touches your lips, man, it can be super irritating. I've had that issue happen a number of times. This product from Number 7, I have used a number, get it? of times. The Line Correcting Booster Serum. I actually like it, but what does it have? Let me refresh my drink. Peptides that are helpful for improving the moisture content in the skin, and that can have a plumping effect that smooths out fine lines. I do think this product is a bit overpriced for just basically what it is. You're largely paying for this jazzy applicator. Holy, it's $41.99. Like, I don't think that a small 1 ounce tube of anything at the drugstore should be $41.99. Like, that is... Number 7 has this Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Fragrance-Free Day Cream. This is a chemical sunscreen. It shouldn't leave a cast, but I predict that this will run, when this runs into your eyes, it will create the Bernie haze of death. Without fail, always seems to happen when you are driving home at the end of the day and the sun is like coming in through the windshield and it just suddenly makes your eyes water and it's blinding. It's really hazardous. When that happens with a chemical sunscreen. It's happened to me before. I had to pull over on the side of the road and like flush out my eyes with eye drops. This also has peptides, again, helpful for smoothing out fine lines, but I've actually tried a sample of the night cream. Now the night cream I did like, but it was not a $30 need to repurchase for me. And again, I only tried the samples. Anyway, this has ascorbyl glucoside. That's a form of vitamin C that may help in fighting off oxidative stress, but probably doesn't get into your skin and convert to ascorbic acid, so don't get too excited. Dimethicone will help reduce water loss, as will shea. The retinol palmitate in this is an antioxidant. It's not going to perform like retinol, retinaldehyde, adapalene, tazarotene, retinoic acid, tretinoin. It's not going to perform like that. But it will help probably with ingredient stability from a formulation standpoint, and it may help reduce oxidative stress in the skin, which, as it turns out, this is marketed as a night cream. So when you sleep at night, like, it's so important to focus on getting good quality sleep. And it's really, it's something that it's almost akin to knowing that you need to do some kind of exercise for your health. People need to be cognizant of the fact that they need to zone in on optimizing their sleep and fighting off the derailment that occurs as a result of our modern lifestyle with sleep. Because when you sleep, that's really critical for repair and healing, not only of your skin, but of all organ systems. So there's a lot to be done at night when you sleep for repair from free radicals from throughout the day. There's evidence that as you sleep at night, oxidative stress is still occurring as a result of things you came in contact with throughout the day. This is one of the many reasons why I emphasize and encourage taking a warm shower at nighttime to remove some of that dust, debris, pollutant, pollen stuff that settles on the skin surface and can further just make too much work for your skin overnight, contribute to dry skin, itch, irritation. But not only that, I've said this in other videos, circling back to the sleep thing, I talk about this a lot in my vlogs, so if you don't watch my vlogs, you may have missed it. But taking a warm shower at night, what it does, it works in your favor for sleep, because the warm shower, the blood vessels that go through your skin, they dilate to dissipate heat. And as a result, your core body temperature lowers. And that's beneficial because lowering of core body temperature is a key aspect of initiating sleep. So yet another reason to take a warm shower at night. Not scalding hot, we're not trying to dry out our skin to bits, but a warm shower at night can help not only just removing pollutants and pollens and things that settle on the skin, but also help you transition to sleep at night. Has anyone tried these Revolution lashes? It's giving, we want to copycat Milani's tubing mascara packaging, but that brush looks a little like a Barbie-sized toilet brush cleaner. What do you guys think? I'm kind of curious as to how that performs. Speaking of Milani mascara, I'm wearing the tubing mascara now, so you can decide if you like the way that looks. But I personally really like it. What is this liquid powder pore blurring makeup serum? So with the makeup serums and primers, a lot of them are silicone based, and they do give a pore blurring effect. This also has kaolin, which will possibly help remove excess oil from the skin surface. That's going to help your makeup go on better. Unfortunately, this does have fragrance, which is a common allergen. Yes, here it is. $14.49. I really like this. I'm wearing it currently. I also have this one, and I really like it too, the anti-gravity one. They're both really good, in my opinion, for whatever that's worth. These are lovely, but what is this? I'm confused. Is this just sheer when it goes on and colorless? It kind of looks like old vanilla pudding. I don't know, it's kind of an unsettling color. But otherwise, these are really nice. They're hydrating, they stay on well, they don't get goopy. I love them. The Radiant Rose is a really attractive shade. I want to try, have I tried the Ballet Pink? I think I have. Mulberry looks nice. Walgreens has my one-step volumizer here for $64.99. I got mine on Amazon. I love it. For those of you with scalp buildup, don't sleep on this MG217 hair care brand. It's meant for people who have psoriasis or dandruff, but those ingredients help to exfoliate the scalp, the ones that are used in these products. And if you use a lot of styling products you can develop a bit of a buildup on the scalp, and using an exfoliating scalp treatment can be beneficial. Just improve things like scalp itch. Now, coal tar does have some benefit on the flakes of dandruff, but it also is anti-inflammatory, and it soothes the sensation of itch. Coal tar has an odd odor. I sort of find it a bit endearing. I don't know. I like the smell of it. I know that sounds odd, but it's what's in Neutrogena T-Gel and then the Walgreens version here. But this product also has it. And then, of course, see, one of these is coal tar for psoriasis, and the other is marketed for dandruff. They both have the same active ingredient. They both have fragrance, unfortunately, so if you're allergic, you have to avoid, but otherwise, they're pretty much identical. And then you have the salicylic acid is also really good. If you have the salicylic acid, will help exfoliate the scalp. Just lather this. Make sure you focus the lather to the scalp. Leave it on there for a few minutes and then rinse it out. And then you can follow it up with a regular shampoo if you want to, or you can just go on in. Regardless, I do suggest you go on in with a conditioner, because these shampoos can be on the drying side. This is new from Bondi Sands. As a side note, their fragrance-free sunscreen is one of my favorites. They don't have it here, but I highly recommend. As a matter of fact, YouTube has this new shop feature where if you tap a little shopping icon, I can put the Bondi Sands sunscreen in that little bag so you can see more info on it if you're interested. It's not an affiliate link or anything, but yeah, you can read more about it there if you want to. Anyway, they came out with a gradual tanning lotion. I'm kind of intrigued about this because I prefer the gradual. When I have used sunless tanners, I've always liked the gradual ones, like the Jergens one, but I'm curious to know how this one does, because I do find that they can be a little almost drying in a sense. Let me know if you have experienced that. But dihydroxyacetone is the active ingredient in sunless tanners. It's safe to use on the skin. It does not cause premature skin aging. It actually may help your skin when used in conjunction with sunscreen and sun protection, because it has been shown that it helps with protection to a certain extent against the UVA rays. So if anything, you can think of it as an anti-aging ingredient in a sense. Shea butter is very moisturizing. I wonder how this does. I'm kind of intrigued to try it, but I don't want to turn into a Cheeto, which sometimes these can do. As a side note, like I've talked at length in other videos about how much I love their fragrance-free sunscreen. Like, I love it. But has anyone actually tried their sunless tanning products? It's $22.99. They also have another gradual tanning lotion, the Skin Illuminator. Shimmer pigments for glowing, radiant skin. Kind of similar. I was hoping that, whenever they say firming, sometimes that's marketing for peptide, which I was kind of hoping this might have, just for a little something, but I don't know. Sounds like this just mostly has shimmer pigments added to it to kind of give more of a glow. This is scented. This does have fragrance, but it actually looks really nice. It's kind of glittery. It is a tinted chemical sunscreen, no white cast. I enjoy this. This is nice. And it's nice because it's not greasy. It's like very fast absorbing. Be warned, it is a bit on the glitterati side. Now this is, unfortunately this has fragrance like its inspiration, the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch. But this is actually a really good sunscreen otherwise. It, SPF 70, there's some research showing that higher SPF ends up being better in the long run just because of the way people apply sunscreen. They tend to be a bit light-handed. It's kind of hard to actually ever achieve the SPF stated on the label just because you need to apply it kind of a very thick layer. But it's water-resistant. This will likely sting around the eyes as a side note, but this formula is very nice and fast absorbing, non-greasy. It's great for sport. They also have a mist version, which with the sprays and the mist, you have to be careful that you're not spraying it when the wind's blowing and that you don't get any skip areas, do multiple passes, and then you physically have to rub it in. Now, Walgreens has a generic of the CeraVe Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen. This has niacinamide in it, which is great. You know, as I was oohing and awing over niacinamide earlier, because it's an antioxidant, it may help in reducing the burden of damage that occurs upon exposure to UV rays as well as other environmental stressors like pollution and infrared. Now, dipotassium glycyrrhizate, that's from licorice root. It's going to be helpful for redness. Sodium hyaluronate or hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid is hydrating. Ceramide's good for the moisture barrier, but this is anything like its inspiration, it will leave a white cast. These are new from Hawaiian Tropic. Guarantee they have fragrance in them, but Sheer Touch leaves skin radiant with hyaluronic acid. This is a chemical sunscreen, so it shouldn't leave a cast. It has a lot of fruit extracts, which can be irritating, papaya especially. Well guys, Walgreens did not disappoint in terms of their skincare. I hope you all enjoyed this. Now on the end slate, I'm going to put my most recent Walgreens Shop With Me video. I went through more sunscreens in that one, so if there's one that you saw just now that you were like, wait a minute, talk about that, check that video out up next. But if you guys like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!